Hello everybody, I'm Holly.
I'm Ken.
This is Desmond the Bee,
And we are Basically Creative.
Today is day 12 of our January challenge, and we're pleased to have gotten this far.
We are.
It's really good when you find yourself having gotten into double digits and kept at it.
Yes.
Today's challenge is to draw a plant witch.
Yes.
This could have been taken. This prop could have been taken in a number of ways. I'm drawing a little thumbnail because I have an idea, but I'm not sure. So I shan't spoil it for you unless you can kind of see. I'm slightly disappointed in that I didn't quite get the stance that I managed to get.
I shan't spoil it for you. Look!
But you can't even really tell what it is.
Yeah.
I didn't quite get the stance the exact same as I got it in the thumbnail, which never would have happened anyway, but I'm sort of like, quite the same. I got it pretty similar. I'm quite pleased with this. This was a really long drawing to do.
It's so detailed.
It's really intricate.
So impressed by you.
I got so into it, right? Usually I'm quite simple with my drawings and just like, I just do it and then it's done and I don't faff with it too much.
Yeah.
But with this one I was so into it that I just had to include all that detail. See that blue rubber? It's fab. It's really soft and lovely. I need to find it and get another one. Yeah. I've got it with me, I'll let you try it. It just takes up the graphite really nicely and without leaving any random crappy streaks. I was really struggling, as you can see, to match up the body with the thumbnail, just because the legs are more detailed in this model, and I was like, no, but it doesn't look right. So I have a break here, and then, do you know what happened? My camera shut off. Because my phone can only take so much.
Right. You were telling me you had to clear it all off because there were so many videos.
Yeah, I had 32 gig of videos on my phone. My phone is a 64 gig, and it was like, I can't do more, so it stopped. I've been doing this for like an hour and a half, and I looked at the camera and I was like, oh no. So yeah, I made her legs go the way I wanted them, and then I drew the details of the face in. And I gave her clothes. I had to stop actually and look on Pinterest to get ideas for clothes. Anyway, and I made sure, absolutely sure, or as sure as I could be, that I was happy with what I was doing. And then I took a 0.1 Uniball fine liner and went round really loosely, because the point of this drawing was that I don't think I'm very proficient in drawing things that are creepy or unnerving. So I think that the part of the secret to that is doing really thin line art, because it looks more realistic, if you get what I mean. So, and also uneven line art, fine art, whatever. Uneven line art. So I took it round and I held it close in my hand for some very detailed parts, but if it was kind of ambiguous where the line should be, I held it very loosely in my hand and went round.
Let it kind of dictate.
Yeah, so with these, I'll say it now, with these vines that are holding this witch, I made sure that the lines were tight, not so much on the tree as when they're holding her, because it's supposed to be actual restriction, so they had to be tight as if they were actually holding her. So, and then I'm doing the clothes and I'm trying to do them quite lightly and not pressing too hard, and going round. So she's wearing a sort of like a very heavily layered dress and a hooded kind of poncho, and I quite like this idea because it was very I thought it was very, I don't know, kind of old style and quite natural looking, to have all these layers on.
Authentic to the character. Yeah,
so I think it suited her really well. I'm going back to my thumbnail now and going in with the colours and seeing if they work. I was quite pleased because I got it almost spot on the first time, and I was like, yeah. So I was a bit annoyed because the dark purple felt pen is lighter than the lilac felt pen.
That's really confusing.
I feel like they made a little bit of a mistake in the factory.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't end up using this. I really like this Ecoline pen, but it was just too dark for the purpose that I used it for. I was making sure that I had all... I'm more pleased with how my trees turned out here than how my trees turned out on the actual one. Maybe because I see the whole tree rather than part of the tree. And it's just... that would be a good way to do it for like a different video. So yeah, I'm now going in and giving her like her sort of layered vest and shirt and hood and the interior of the hood and the lining of the poncho and things. And she's got this sort of, it looks like she's wearing a tie, but she's not. It's just a sort of layered, arrowed down piece of fabric. I quite like the look. Like I would have liked that on an outfit. It looks quite poppy right now. It won't be in a while. I've gone in with all the kind of brighter colours first, and then I go back and dull it down because I want it to be quite light in the dark. So yeah, she's a vine witch, and she's being restricted by these vines. And the kind of idea that I had for it was that she sort of borrows the magic from the trees. You know what I mean? So she is like in the trees and lives in the woods, and she's restricted by these vines when she has to utilise their power. Kind of thing.
I see.
So she's using the vines to create sort of a vine being that will bend to her will, and that's the little thing that's growing above her head.
Oh right, I see.
From a seed. I'd made up this whole little like narrative in my head because I felt like otherwise I wouldn't have been as invested in the drawing. So I like this. I might write a short story on this or something.
You should.
Or do like make a comic out of it.
Yeah.
If you want that, tell me. So
I want that.
I'll draw that for you then.
Yay!
So I went in with a bunch of silver pens. I was trying to make it look all sort of glowy. I didn't quite get there in the way I wanted it. The way I wanted to. I feel like if I had just put some silver on her hood subtly, it would have
like a reflection.
Yeah, it would have looked a bit better. I hadn't actually thought about that until just now, so I could maybe go back and fix that just a wee tiny bit. I quite like the layout of this. I'm glad I did the thumbnail beforehand. It wouldn't have turned out nearly as nice if I hadn't bothered to do it. So yeah, I'm going into the trees now. Karen was kind enough to let me borrow her zigs to do this with.
They're fab, aren't they?
They are wonderful. And I went in with the watercolour and I was like, it's not good. It's this paper though. This paper really soaks in the pigment, so I tried, and then I was just like went over it really lightly to get that kind of rough barky texture. And also went in with the felt tip, and I make it a bit darker as well. Trying to darken it down. It was still wet, and I was trying to do it. I was like, why is this not working? Oh, because it's wet. And then this one I knew better, so I just went in pretty hard and fast with it, and then went in with my felt tip and did it. I quite like this texture that it's created though. Rough, yeah. And I am quite pleased with that. I realised I was like, oh, I haven't planned how I'm going to do the background. So you'll see how I do that in a minute. I'm quite pleased with that as well. To be honest, I'm a little ball of chuffedness because I just was like, I didn't expect it to go that well. I've done some sort of receding trees behind her, and I do them in black, and I was like, oh, it's going to be like a dark tree and a light tree and a dark tree and a light tree getting darker as it goes back. And then, but it just looks like the shadow from the tree in front is what it looks like. You notice I colour it all in black, and it just looks like a big shadow. So I go in and make these dark. I'm quite glad that I used the variety of mediums that I did with this. I used the Go Create felt pens, a dark green Lupin pen that I was given by a friend for my birthday, Karen's Kuretake Zig brush markers. So
that's Matthew drawn.
Yeah, no, Matthew drew, and then I put Matthew Gray next to it. And
it actually looks like a witch riding a broom. Wow, I never noticed that with the little flag.
That's
wow.
Brilliant. I'm gonna draw around it and make it into a proper witch with a fine.
That's awesome.
I also used a Sharpie, a dark green Sharpie, a gel pen that was kind of glittery green, and the black and purple art line markers, the ones with the brush nibs, and the grey one is a colouring bullet nib one. And here I'm taking my Lupin pen, which I think is French for Lupin. I'm going back, if I can remember my French correctly enough, I think it means the pen. So I'm going in with the dark green marker. I like her eyes. I deliberately left them without pupils. I tried to make them lighter. Unfortunately, I accidentally went over them a bit too firmly with the marker that I used. or I think they're going to turn out there. I might lighten them up. I'll lighten them up with like a bit of some glittery thing. I'll probably do the trick. So I'm just going round, and then I go back in with the black and pick out the details a bit more, or rather darken the background, because you can see I've left a bunch of white and it's kind of detracting from the overall image. This would be nice to actually take into the computer and, you know, go around and print and do with some different pens kind of thing. Maybe I'll make... Oh, Matthew's giving me a Henry train. Yeah, maybe I'll have to make this into like a colouring book page or something. If anyone wants it, like a Halloween themed colouring book, yeah. I took pictures of the first couple of stages. I didn't take any pictures of this now when I am...
Where it's coloured.
Where it's coloured, but I took a picture of it when it was sketch pencil and when it was line art, first of all. Yeah, I'm nearly finished now. I'm just looking to make sure that... Oh yeah, I was trying to find my graphite pencil to make some dullness and shadows in the background. It made it a bit shiny, but okay, we're fine. It gives it a magical look.
I was thinking.
Yes. Karen twizzles her pen when she's thinking, and it's fantastic when you speed it up, especially when it's like 20 times the speed and it's like widdity widdity widdity.
Yes, I was like, I shall be doing ink, and I'm not even going to sketch it with a pencil. Because I kind of went a little bit off brief here, I went a wee bit away from the prompt.
Ambition.
I have an illustration that I did, a mural on my kid's wall of a dancing tree.
Has any of you seen this image? It's wonderful.
And I'll link the image below of the actual real tree. And I was like, oh, it always seemed to me to be like some sort of kind of sprite lady. So I decided that I was going to do that for my plant witch. I don't have your bravery. I couldn't go in without a pencil sketch. No?
No, I can do it. I'd have to sketch it first and then...
I was so pleased with how this turned out, because I was being really brave, you know. And this is Winsor & Newton drawing ink that my lecturer gave me a loan of for the weekend. Thanks, Gary!
Thanks, Gary. We'll have to show him this so he can get his little thanks properly.
Oh, will do. So, yes, because I wanted to have a go with it, but I was really pleased with it. I kind of actually felt by the end I kind of I maybe should have stopped when I did stop, but you know, whatever, you'll see. You will see. You shall see. So basically I was just sort of trying to make her, you know, bark.
Look like wood.
Look like wood.
In a Yorkshire accent for no reason whatsoever.
and you know, hair branches. So yes. I'll go back and forward a wee bit here because obviously I haven't done a sketch or anything, so I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants.
And she hasn't swatched the colours either. So
I haven't swatched the colours either, so you know.
Trepidation.
This is the Lennart Crown nib. The previous one I used, I can't remember what it was. I think it was. Is it the zebra one? No. It was Teeny Toti. It was another Lennart one. I can't remember exactly which. It might have been the Principal. I think it was a Lennart Principal because it doesn't fit in my. Here it is. Here it is. What are you called?
Karen Consults.
Karen Consults. Oh no, it's not even.
Audio commentary for the Why are they deaf, Holly? They can't hear you.
It's a teeny wee browse. I'll link them.
It's a wee Toti one.
It's a wee Toti browse. And then I went on to that one that you can see there. I think is the Lennart Principal. It is my sort of gold one with a kind of fleur-de-lis looking bit in the middle of the well. It's a bit of a pig. It's almost as bad as the Brush Rose for kind of pretending that it's going to draw a line and then being like, no, I'm going to hold the ink.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of stab it a little bit.
And then press really
you'll
hard.
See, like, because I have to kind of stab and then move. No,
drag
stab.
And stab.
Yeah.
Drag and stab.
Yes. So,
What is this you are done?
That, what, on her foot?
Yes. I know what it is, but I'm saying for the benefit of the viewer. Unless you want to withhold that information.
But she's got fuzzy foot.
Okay.
She's got fuzzy
She's
foot.
got this horrible condition that tree nymphs get where they get fuzzy feet.
Yes. You'll notice there's a little bit missing here. Oh look, that was when the children and the dogs were running past and hitting the camera.
Yeah.
All the time. There's a bit that was missed in the recording of this because I accidentally deleted it. And I spent all morning trying to get it back and I couldn't get it back and I was so upset. But, you know, you get the idea. It was just me painting in the top bits.
Do you know, I totally just thought I'd like zoned out a little bit and come back and they were there.
No, that was the section that I accidentally deleted.
Oh, right.
And I couldn't recover. This is where I think if I just left it at the brown, it would have been fine. I think going in with the blue sky is what ruined it because I thought it was going to go swoosh, but because of my big softbox, the water was drying really quick. So of course I went to put the ink on it, and it was like
so upsetting because it was literally 3 seconds and it was dry. Like I'm not even kidding.
I know. So
like,
I kind of feel I've ruined it.
But she went like, okay, ink on, brush. Oh, it's dry. It was really upsetting.
So I decided to go round it again because it kind of smooshed out the lines a little bit. Some bits bled. I accidentally put my finger on that bit and cursed very loudly.
Oh, you did. Which made me laugh, but
I'm quite pleased that I went back and redefined her outline because it just gives the top where her head's back and her arms are raised that much more definition.
I don't think that would have been as clear if you hadn't gone.
No.
You wouldn't have seen the kind of separation.
Yeah. So I am quite pleased with it, but I do feel I could have done a bit of a better job anyway. This is kind of my major calligraphy fails coming up. Wait, you see this?
First of all, she kept getting ink on her finger and going, oh no, and then wiping it off, and then getting a bit more on and going, oh no.
So I tried not to spell which with an H and ended up spelling it without a T.
Yeah, so she's going, she's writing it, and I'm sitting next to her, and she's going, I really mustn't spell this without an H. I really mustn't spell this with an H, you watch. And then she got it, and I went, I'm really sorry to tell you this, kid, but you've forgotten the T.
Got to the T. Anyway, so that's us finished.
Yeah, I have been Holly.
I've been Karen.
This has been Desmond the Bee.
And we have been Basically Creative.